Introducing the creator of our beloved Mary.
Poppins. Never ever just Mary. Now, where is Mr. Disney?
She's here.
Well, Pamela Travers, you can't imagine how excited I am to finally meet you.
Would you mind? My name is Mrs. Travers, Mr. Disney.
Oh, Walt, now, you gotta call me Walt. 20 years ago, I made a promise to my daughters that I would make your Mary Poppins fly off the pages of your books. I promised them, Pam.
I know what he's going to do to her. She'll be cavorting and twinkling.
You can't make the film unless you grant the rights.
Damn.
So I really enjoy this film, but it's so weird. I did not expect you to play this role. I mean, I know you're very varied in your acting and whatnot, so I'm wondering what lured you to this project.
Just a great script. It was that simple. It was just Kelly Marcel wrote a really extraordinary script that was easily one of the most moving things I've had the opportunity to read in 15 years. You know, and it was at turns funny and profound in some of its observations, and essentially, ultimately at the end, heartbreakingly moving in reading it, and then in seeing the film. You know, because there's so many bits I'm not in that I can fully enjoy. And I just think all the actors are phenomenal, but I just have to say Emma Thompson nearly destroyed me, you know, watching it. Yeah, oh my God, I mean, just the journey that she takes me on as an audience member, not even somebody in the film, is just amazing. So that was it, to be part of it. Yeah, it felt like something that I hadn't done as well. You know, I can say that honestly, but that wasn't like, I haven't done this, I think I'll do it. It's just like, wow. It's more that, you know.
Well, it's interesting. I'm wondering what's your recollection rather, of Mary Poppins. I mean, many of us, especially women, girls, we grew up you know, knowing the story of Mary Poppins. But for you as a guy growing up in Ireland,
well, I think she's an incredibly strong and incredibly empowering character for women, because she's not, you know, she's not a wife, she's not a mother. She's not seen through those things. Don't get me wrong, I love wives and I have a mother who I adore, and I think mothers are genius. But so often the female journey in film and literature is seen through those two dynamics. And Mary Poppins is an individual woman who is not, she is not answerable really to any, even though she's employed by the bank, she's really not answerable to anyone. She's her own woman and she's a nonconformist. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about her. But for me, I don't remember the first time I saw it. I must have been 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or something like that. But I was more of a Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory.
Right. I think everybody was a Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, I love it still, yeah.
And then the role you play as the father, who has a lot of his own personal demons, especially with alcohol or whatnot. Yeah. Your real life is so different from that. You know, I was wondering what was your inspiration for that character?
That's a curveball in a good way. Inspiration for the character was just really good writing. Again, just what Kelly Marcel wrote spoke to me very loudly and very clearly. And you know, because the part of the story that I'm involved in is flashbacks, and they're dropped in intermittently throughout the film as Emma's P.L. Travers is going into her memory and remembering her childhood. I knew that each stage was very clearly defined in the kind of degeneration of that character of Travers, physically and emotionally. You know, and he could suck it in for a little bit and attend his job and provide for his family, and then bit by bit the old demons of melancholy and self-pity and absolute disappointment at what life had become would come back to him. And yet, he was a loving and tender father who instilled in his daughter, you know, a love for the imagination and a love for the beauty of language. And so he was so kind of varied, you know.
Well, great job.
Thank you, love.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it. It was a curveball. I didn't expect it to have a little of the drama as much as the comedy, so it was really nice.
Oh, lovely. Thanks.